we're about ready to begin the match. So without further ado, why don't we get up the overlay, gentlemen?
Ooh, pretty.
I was about to get that up. If we just do this, and boom, there we go, overlay.
Whee!
Okay, not nearly all the way through. So Chiranu has already taken damage.
Yes! Yeah, we decided Charon is far too OP, and we've given him a handicap.
Wibbly wobbly, whatever.
No, the way that they've balanced it, having it with no maneuverability, is perfectly fine in my books.
Yeah,
it still makes it hard to take down, but it's only a three. It's a £5 ship.
It's not much. It's not much. So yeah.
You'd have thought a ship of that size would fire heavier, but it must be all iron drive engines or something.
Not necessarily. I mean, to be honest, it's not really that much in terms of visual weapons on it as it is.
I mean, it's not like the engine on the new Raider model is just obnoxiously big. If you haven't seen underneath the Raider model, it is pretty much a third engine.
But you got to think
awesome.
It's basically a Star Destroyer engine on a cruiser.
Yeah.
So at least that's the way I see it.
It is a gorgeous model.
It
fits. It does fit. And we're down to laying down the obstacles. And going for more dispersed. That surprised me. I would have thought, there we go. We've got the favourable A-wing fighting zone there. Just suck in the old. I mean, the other thing they could do is keep.
Excuse me.
Is that you?
That's me.
We're told them all off.
That's me. I'm late for something.
The Vincent is female too. Yes, thank you, Juice. The Vincent's very good. They could keep Chiranu at arm's length and just go after Kath, using the asteroids and the obstacles to keep the larger ship that's likely to hit them out of the way.
That is true.
But I do think I would go after Chiranu. I'd pile everything in while I've still got the ships to do the damage. Because it's still going to be very difficult for Kath Scarlet unless he positions them together, which I don't think is going to be easy. On the layout there.
I think this is going to be a true test of the A-Wings build.
Yes, I completely agree.
So we've got the same layout by the looks of it as he ran when he went up against the previous list. We have the prototype pilot and Jake at the top, even though he hasn't placed it. He has explained why he uses this style. And the two green squadrons at the bottom. I do like the idea that he's using World War II techniques.
Yeah, I was talking about that. That's really fascinating. I love that idea.
I am a big fan of bolt action by Warlords, and so
there's the handshake.
So with them being World War II figures, this actually intrigues me that this is actually World War II fighter techniques going off. I just imagine the Spitfires.
Yeah.
Going up against a massive, whatever the bombers were for the Germans, because I don't actually know.
Now it seems that that they have Andrew is attempted, or Hedgehog, I should say. Hedgehog has attempted to make the asteroids a bit more difficult for Chiranu and Kath to navigate.
Yeah, definitely.
That has definitely affected deployment for their opponent. Who is the opponent?
The opponent is William.
William, of course, William.
Will Ward.
Will Ward.
To be fair, I think this actually more resembles German jet fighters versus
No, absolutely not. No.
Well,
no, there's no way.
Germans had the fastest planes back there,
but not the most manoeuvrable ones.
They weren't very. They were maneuverable, but no one had fly them very well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, one time I think I heard a story about a P-51 Mustang once took down an ME-102, I think it was. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah, that was based out of one of the local airfields, I think. Is he sucking him? He does this quite well, where he moves as if he's going to go after one, and then sucks them into mispositioning, and then comes round with the manoeuvrability to smack the other target. Unless he really is going after Kath.
Maybe.
He might be worried about that rear firing arc.
He may be.
Of Kath.
All the crits of the because the rear fire arm would be deadly. He could be worried about that. Plus, also Sharon maybe want to keep his distance a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether this is a wise decision, but he's obviously proved very well. So he obviously thinks that's the best thing to tactically do. I'm not going to debate with him.
No, I certainly I'd err on whatever he decided to do. But yeah, that tank down at the bottom there is just, oh god, the idea of that boosting is just beyond silly.
Dave thinks that's a fake out. That he's going to convince Will that he's going for Scarlet and then turn into.
Maybe he's trying to drive Scarlet up into the top half of the ball. Oh no!
Well, here comes Scarlet. She's covering the rear of that the Decimator. Not that she needs too much, but she's making sure that she can at least deal with anything that comes down for her.
Yeah, I think I'd just set them up a little closer.
Well, Scarlet is faster, and if you set them up closer, it means that they know you're going to stick together.
Yeah.
Spread them out, and you think they'll make you think they're going to fly independent, and then you bring them in together to catch up.
Yeah, I think my setup system needs to be. Yep.
Yeah, of course we know Jake Farrell.
Boost because of a focus. Now, can you boost and boost again?
No, you can only do one action per turn.
So he could. He'd have to barrel if he'd already boosted.
He had to barrel.
This is just something to clear up, as he's got the actual ability to do it if it was allowed.
He has to do it on a focus. You can't just do it naturally. Which one is why would you want to just do a normal barrel with Jake? Come on, you get a focus and then you get a free barrel roll. Come on.
Yeah, but no, I mean you've got the boost. Then he's got the push limit, so he could take the focus then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's quite a defensive posture that Kath and Cherno are taking up. So he's really firing up where he's got the most firepower there.
Once again, no dial has been put down for the A-Wings yet. Obviously, do you think that could be some psychological play going here?
Yeah, I think he's making it seem more difficult than he actually is.
Slight bump on that A-Wing there.
Yeah. But I wonder if he's trying to drive him upwards. It might have thrown him, but he's gone down instead.
Yeah, it might have thrown him off kilter, which that could be enough to sway the target. Because if you're playing on the opponent's terms, then you're not playing at all, or you're not playing at least effectively.
But as long as he keeps manoeuvring well, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Ooh.
Did you mark the cards? I'll ask the greens.
I didn't mark the cards.
That's fine.
No.
That's fine. I'm sure we can work it out.
Well, here comes the prototype. That's target locking Kath.
Okay. Well, he's getting ready. Kath's probably going to move out of arc.
Yeah.
But this is good. It means you've got a target lock when you do get into range.
Exactly, and it's always good to have a target lock, especially when you don't really need to do anything else.
Yeah. And the bank.
Boost.
Banking boost. I'd push them to take another target lock.
Yes, definitely.
Oh no, I think he's leaving it there. Yes, he's leaving it there.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to stress him out.
Well, Kath could turn into the Astrofield, which then potentially she may have arc on that. Oh, no, he's decided he is going to push the limit.
And he's taking a focus.
Taking a focus. So he's making sure that if Kath does turn in, he's got some insurance there.
Yeah.
Now look at the list.
Yeah, sure. Castle. I think he realises that actually, because he's got this far, push the limit there. Kath might actually realise that those two green squadrons are more dangerous than they actually are.
Yes.
Because she'll be rolling one defence dice, and when they hit from that angle. Yeah. Oh, Cherno's turning into the asteroid field. That's I don't.
Well, it's not really a dance field. He can turn out if he does a 3-turn to the left next turn.
Yeah. That would hit. That would, I would have thought.
No, it wouldn't have hit the other asteroid. It would just. It's a 3 hard to the left. It's not going to hit anything.
Oh, to the left, yes. I thought
to the right, it probably would hit the asteroid, but to the left, no.
So what we got?
So it's the left. It's an action to take on Shiranu.
Yeah.
And then finally Kath's movement, which Cherno may just have that that A-wing at range 3, possibly through the
I
asteroid.
think he's deciding whether it's target lock or not.
Target will be better with Cherno because, of course, he has that ability to turn a crit to a hit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hit
eyeball to a crit.
Yeah.
And don't forget that Cherno also has his engine upgrade, so he can get range as well.
Yeah, I do think he's definitely range 3 there, and there's an asteroid in the way. Don't think there's no. Oh, he's looking for the far one.
He's got range
He's
on
gone
the
for
far one.
Hmm.
And here comes the Scarlet.
Yep, tight in. It's getting crowded in that asteroid field.
It is getting really crowded. The ship, and also Kath's going to be firing for that asteroid. She wants to hit that green spot.
Definitely. Don't think it's the best positioning from the big ships. And I think all 3 of the A-wings have got actual target on.
I think I know the reason why he went for Kath Scarlet, because he has the opportunity here to lower the defense of Kath by 1. Whereas if he waits and then engages Kath late game when he may have lost some A-wings, he then has less dice that he's lowering. So he's going for the hope that he can take down Kath quickly. I maybe we'll see the Prockets fire. Who knows?
Possibly, yeah. So it's range 2 through the asteroid. So it's going to be 4 dice in defense for the green squadrons. And we've got
Kath,
3.
here we go.
Ooh,
3
3 hits. Oh, that's
Ouch.
not nice. Not nice at all. And that's 1...
2
of 8. So just 1 shield gone.
Jake. No, yeah, is it Jake? Yes, Jake loses. No.
No, it's
Yeah, so what was
this
it?
bottom.
And so that one's lost a shield.
Yeah.
So in that case, we'll have
The blue dot one's lost a
blue
shield.
dot 1 has lost a shield, so we'll have that one as the lower one on the thing here.
So now, Cherno can't have had a shot. Oh no, it's Jake's turn. And Jake is
part of Captain Skull 9, so Cherno will go after Jake.
Yeah. I don't think Jake's got a shot.
No, I think Jake's way too far out of range.
Yeah.
They're certainly discussing about something at this point.
Hmm.
Oh! Is this a tactician thing? Must be
Kath Scarlet. Oh, he's playing
Rebel
Of course,
Captive.
he's playing the Rebels Kath Scarlet.
So Rebel Captive will
No.
Rebel
Captive, you have to shoot the ship, don't you?
Yes.
So Kath Scarlet, when attacking defender, receives 1 stress token if he cancels at least
1 crit.
1 crit result.
Of course he's running, because Imperial Kath Scarlet's different to...
Yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, if you cancel a crit result, that's it. So yeah, so unfortunately, that A-wing's now going to get super stressed.
Yeah.
Which
That's not too bad.
Well, it is.
2 at 4, and I think he's got enough there.
So it was on level, which is good. It's nice to see those A-wings starting a bit longer. Although the first exchange we lost a shield. That's right. Gunner's activating. Here we go.
Great.
Another attack. Here we go. That's probably better. That's 3 attacks.
And
3 of 8.
again 3 of 8. So
well done.
Good. And is that out of the arc?
No, I think he's rolling for the attack. 2 hits. Boom.
No, he's not out of arc.
I think that's 2 of 8.
Yeah.
Or no, it's focus, so he has to spend the focus. And he does. He spends the focus, but.
And this one's definitely out of arc, so we're going to get outmaneuver here. Yeah. Or is this the prototype pilot?
Prototype.
Prototype pilot.
Well, he gets a shot at least. Range 3.
Yeah.
But he's going to take it. 2 hit.
1 hit.
1 hit. Jump the gun there.
1 of 8.
1 of 8.
But now those 4 ships are going to be able to curve in. And
maybe the case, but one. I think maybe the A-wing list has met its match, actually. Because we've got a lot of stress dealing stuff, and A-Wings, they can clear stress easily, but multiple stress, they don't like multiple stress. So maybe we've met the list which makes it match.
Well, the first.
I hope not. I really want it to win.
The damaged A-Wing could actually turn in for 2 and clear its stress quite nicely. Well, one of the stress tokens, should I say. And if I think he's positioned okay, he could turn in the top green squadron as well for a 2.
I just don't know how this is going to go. It's all comes down to moving down the dice. And the juice says this is where you need Tycho. Yeah, because Tycho doesn't care about stress.
Yeah, but Tycho means you would have to drop one of them. And
yeah. However, that may be the natural evolution of this list. You never know.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that that's a possibility.
I think this actually is a stronger list.
Let's get booth count up.
Oh, don't we're all looking knackered.
Yeah. I don't know you. I feel great.
I'm mostly running on Monster at the moment.
1 or 2.
I'm mostly running on Pepsi, which is the alternative to Monster.
Same.
I'm more of a Coke man.
More expensive.
We're using the drinking the very, very responsible company, whereas Coke being Coke.
Totally not advertising at all.
And there are other Cokes out there.
If it was you saying that I couldn't advertise Toby's company of miniature markets. You know, that I can't believe you. There you go, advertising Coke. You know, you won't let me defend
Oh, the prototype has shot straight in there.
Whoa!
I think he's put that in just to block Kath, so that all the others have perfect shots on the side.
Oh dear. That looks good. I think he's hoping to use the prototype to block Kath.
Yeah. So he's moving that too tight, clear that stress.
Also, Island Dave says full fat Pepsi is the work of Satan.
Well, actually,
No.
actually, I will point out Fanta was a company that actually supported the Nazi Party during World War II.
Whoa, let's not get into political stuff like that, please.
So who is Satan there?
Now we have a bump there from one of the.
Yeah, he's done that on purpose.
Pepsi Max.
He has done that on purpose because he looked to see which one he'd do first, and he's done that on purpose just to be able to keep a good shot on Kath without coming out of arc with that 2 turn. So that's a good example of using your ships to bump other ships for positioning. Of course, we've got Jake who's going to come round, close right down. Let's hope Kath actually goes forwards and doesn't turn. So if he turns, he's then putting his rear arc on. He's turning. I think that's backfired.
That has backfired majorly.
But they still get the outmaneuver.
I don't think the outmaneuver counts for the auxiliary firing arc.
No, they still get. It's only the primary firing arc that counts. So outmaneuver actually comes in.
Dave, you're more experienced than I am. I think it doesn't count personally because backstabber doesn't work against auxiliary arcs. So backstabber is basically the same kind of ruling. That could be devastating right there. I think Will realised that the prototype was going to come in and block and essentially just denied it that opportunity. And here we have a barrel roll from Jake right now, getting a bit of lateral movement.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to close down on
Outmaneuver works against turrets, but not sure about auxiliary firing arcs. That's about it.
Yeah.
Jake Farrell, that's it. There you go.
Yep, so he's going to...
It's only the actual arc that counts according to this, so... Yeah, but... yeah, it's okay, the auxiliary firing arc then. That's
auxiliary, and it's an auxiliary 360-degree firing arc.
Auxiliary's not 360, it's just 90 backwards. But yeah, never mind.
Well, that's curious. I wonder if there's any FAQs for that.
Yeah, no. Well, I'll have a look at the FAQ.
Oops, somebody's in the way of the lights. Oh, I think he's going after Cherny now.
I guess he's thinking that Kath's going to try and avoid him, so he's best going to go for Chernu because he can get damage on Chernu at least. It is important that you can do that.
And it could be quite. Oh, Kath's going after the prototype. That's good. Sacrificial lamb.
Oh, don't do that. Don't. Yeah, 360 allows you to shoot at the primary arc. However, we're talking about
Orcs arcs counts. No, he does say Orcs arcs count.
Oh, that's count. So yeah, they do count.
Right. I think it sucks a bit, but never mind.
Yeah, well, it's an arc, so technically
Yeah.
that maneuver does count. That's why you have to come in from the sides on which is what you want to do for a Spy Spray anyway. It just makes that maneuver even better.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So.
I'm tempted to give him a timeout for that. No.
Sorry?
No, just joking. Okay, I'm going to talk with Ken.
So yeah, I think it probably would have been better to go after Cherny then.
Maybe. Because his whitewash is a total attempt to attack a fire at Kath.
He hasn't lost much yet. I mean, he's still at the same stage he was, but he hasn't done any damage on.
I think, and here's what I think. I think he's going to turn Kath round. Don't mean to move that. He's going to turn Kath round to the left here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get Chirinu to turn right. So he has the A-Wing is going to come off to Chirinu.
Yeah.
Come down here. And that means that essentially they've got to deal with the fact that they got Cass dealing with the rear of the Decimator.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Fire Spray can fly right past with its speed. Oh, Chirnu's ability's come into play.
Yep. So I think he could actually boost Chirnu out of the way.
He couldn't. Yes, because Chirnu's got engine upgrade, of course.
Yeah. Oh, that's a dead prototype pilot.
Oh, okay, that's not looking good.
No.
We've
He
lost
has
the
got the
prototype,
strongest ships left, though. He did say that was a sacrificial lamb.
which it definitely acted as a sacrificial lamb, but unfortunately,
He's got 2 on the rear arc.
I can't see the dice. Sadly, I
Yeah.
don't hear.
I think it was
I think
just
it was
so just one hit. Oh, he's not rolled anything.
It goes through.
So that's one shield off.
One shield. I've got one shield on. Actually, no,
Kath.
just one shield on Kath. What do you think of this thing so far, Alex?
This is really odd to watch.
I really, in my heart of hearts, want those A-Wings to win, but I don't think they're gonna win.
Yeah, I think realistically, the Empire have this one in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the A-Wings pulling this out of the hat. I wish they could. I really, really, really wish they could, but I don't think so.
I think he made the mistake of going after Kath.
Yes, he
which
should have.
just.
He should have got shots on
Chirnu.
Chirnu. Simple as that.
It's one of these ones where that's. Even with the outmaneuver not working, he could have just plibbed that completely, got it into the third, quite easily into that third, and just devastated it.
Especially since Chirnu's got determination, you can't do crits in terms of the pilot crits.
Yeah.
Which is only 8, I believe, in 8 crits in the decks. 6. 6 out of 30.
I think injured pilot, blinded pilot, and stunned pilot.
Yeah.
And this is I can't remember another one. It's yeah, so you don't really want to do crits on Cherny.
Well, you can as long as it's because eventually you're going to run the deck down anyway.
Yeah.
Because you discard it, but you don't draw it again. So.
So let's see where he's going. He is definitely going after Cherny now.
Which is, I think, is a wise move, but too little, too late.
I don't know. He's still got the firepower to do it. Remember, he's still got his proton rockets, which will.
That is true. He's got the protons.
I mean, remember, he did. We have had the report that he took out an IG-88 with proton rockets alone. So if he rolled 2 direct, if he was lucky enough to get direct hits, he could actually do some serious damage to that decimator. You can't one-shot it by any chance, but Yeah, well, could he?
No, I think this.
No, because he'd only get one crit through, wouldn't he?
Yeah, one crit would only one crit would go through. Which I think if that's the instance, he probably wants to try and get the shields down. Maybe they get more crits on the two.
He's going the wrong way.
I was going the other way, so he's probably going to scissor the fire spray and the decimator together. So covering the rear arc. I thought you'd try and follow the A-wings as they trail behind the decimator, but obviously I was completely wrong.
Well, maybe that's what he wanted people to think, so that you can decimate the A-wings out of position.
Part of the game can be deception, making people think they know what you're doing, or that you're doing this when in fact you're doing this. Yeah. A bit of misdirection never hurts. It does help in a game.
And the Imperials are perfect at that sort of thing.
Yeah,
just a one forward.
There's a one forward. If he wants to get Cheranu, here's the opportunity where there's a big gap in Kath Scarlet's firing arcs.
Shoot straight round to it.
This might to the dial isn't too bad considering.
What's that, Dave? Okay, what's the the dial's not too bad. It's got no reds, which is nice, but it's 2 forward and 3 forward of green, and it's 2 banks of green.
I agree, Dave. Break the enemy.
Play simple, break the enemy. Yeah.
So in comes Jake to a point blank by the looks of things. Yeah, I think it's perfect shot off there for his
prockets.
His prockets, yeah.
Does he want to barrel roll to give himself better position for next round?
I think he's going to blitz up to the top to regroup. So it's 3 from Kath on that Soul Green Squadron pilot. He's
just 1 actually.
1.
Yep, no focus.
That must be focuses then.
So spend the toggle lock and focus. I think it's a hit, a crit, and a focus. A hit. Nope.
No, he's turning. He's using Kath Scarlet's ability.
Cancelled, I think. So there's a stress token for you. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit and run on this. Zip in. There you go, prockets. Excellent.
Prockets, there we go.
5 dice.
Fire those prockets. This is where they fail.
He hasn't taken the target lock though.
Yeah, he's not got the quality. He's
got the focus. He's got the focus. I'd have used my.
Rerolls or what he wanted. Yeah. He didn't have rerolls.
He's got 3 hits.
He's got 3 hits, which is something. That's 3 hits off the decimator.
Yep.
Better than nothing. I'll take.
Is. So hopefully now he'll blitz up to the back. And regroup and then come in. Oh, this is Cheranu firing back with 3 hits. I think we're going to see the end of the A-Wings.
Oh no!
That was I think he evaded it. Must be using Gunner. That's 4 hits, and he is taking 1, 2. Yep,
that's it. Just 2 shields off.
2 shields off Jake.
But then that's the big one. You don't want to lose shields on him, and he's already getting down. Oh.
Yeah,
that's true. Jake didn't take target lock because he didn't want to double stress himself because he had to push the limit to get that.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually. Good point, Juice. However, at that point, is it worth the damage that you do? That's the point. Is it worth the total damage? That is the question I'm going to ask you.
I would have target locked.
Give a shout out if you're in the chat room, everyone. Okay. Here we go. That's a stress token. Rebel Captor come into play. So since Jake was the first ship to attack Cheranu.
That's why.
Rebel Captor activates and gives him a stress token.
So they've been double stressed.
He'd been double stressed, which means he could clear both stress, which meant he'd be a sit and duck for Kath Scarlet the next round and Cheranu.
Ooh. Oh, he's just realised he's actually got a shot on the decimator from the squadron. That's good playing. But he rolls nothing.
I think the dice have finally abandoned
Yeah.
poor Hedgehog today. A shame, he's been playing so well so far. I just think this list seems to be the anti. This is the anti build to this.
Yeah.
It's the anti. What's
It's-
Dragonfly Squad called?
It's too tanky.
Yeah, it's too tanky. It's dealing with what A-Wings hate, stress. Which they're fine with one stress, but multiple stress, no. And they live with push limit. They live to have push the limit, and if you don't do push the limits because you're going to get one anyway, you're going to get stress anyway. You're then kind of mitigating your list and you're wasting points. I think the Prockets was a good move, but
So, what's he going to do?
it is when you've got multiple ones of them, Dave. Oh yeah, they need to focus it down. I do agree with you. I think the mistake was he didn't go for the decimation right from the start, just as Ross has said. They don't like multiple stress. That's what I'm talking about. They don't. They're fine with singular stress, but multiple stress, no.
Yeah, he's pulling back to regroup now.
Yeah, such a shame. It makes you wonder where the Decimator and the Fire Spray are going to go, because it looks like they're going to crash to me.
Yeah. Maybe he's just going to keep.
Check
that one. That's a bump.
That's a bump. Is he turtling it up? I doubt he is. If he is, then that's impressive. I just think it's too little too late at this point. He can't take down the Decimator. He's lost an A-Wing already. Jake's nearly dead.
He's not going to clear that.
One of the Green Squadron could be easily
he's not able to clear it.
Ooh.
So this is good. It gives the A-Wings time to regroup, get back into formation.
This is a fascinating thing that he's got going on here, with those two collided ships at the bottom there.
Yeah, I don't think that was planned.
No, I don't think it's planned either.
When I first saw it collide, I thought, right, maybe he's planned that. But then he couldn't clear the fire spray. So
out of range of everything. That's good. I think Kath may just have a range 3 shot on the rear Green Squadron now.
No.
Back to dials.
That'd been a 5 with almost guaranteed.
Yes. Because they got auto thrusters, so that's 1 guaranteed evade.
Yeah.
So that's 3 versus 5. Well, technically 5 and 1 guaranteed, so nope. And here we go. Well, Hedge definitely seems to think he knows what he's doing. Will, not sure what his Decimator is going to do. It seems he's taking a while to decide with his dial there. I think that could be indecisiveness on his part.
I think that might have thrown him with his positioning there. Banging into the Decimator.
Because of course this has to go to the end.
Yeah.
We haven't got a time limit on this. This goes until it finishes.
Yeah.
So either somehow Hedgehog has the world's most amazing comeback,
which is possible.
Yeah. Or those A-Wings get torn to shreds, which I think, in terms of outlasting themselves, it's the Empire for the win here.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the other game that Andrew was in earlier seemed to take it quite a while.
Yes,
as
it
well,
did, didn't
so
yes.
It could be that.
And he lost a ship with that.
Yeah, it could just be that he's temporarily run out of steam and he's just shoveling in some coal as we speak.
I like it. I knew there's a reason we keep you around.
The question is, can these two clear each other?
That is an interesting question here.
He has to go straight with that Decimator.
Yeah. 3-turn.
3 turns not going to clear it because he tried a 3-turn with the other. So he has to clear. Yeah, that's the only maneuver he could have done.
Which, as you can see, he's now done it. So he swapped the 2 ships, and now they have to deal with Kath as she comes forward to them.
But from the front arc, which isn't as deadly.
Yes.
Actually, no, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we keep thinking it's the wrong one.
Yeah, it's not that Cascada.
They could actually now turn tight in. He's separated his Decimator and kept his Decimator really far away.
Yeah.
So that could be a mistake on his half. Those A-wings could quite easily come round.
I don't think they've got enough maneuverability. I think we're going to see a bank or even a turn from those.
I think at this point,
Wow.
they have to deal with Calf simply because Calf's the one that keeps on dealing the A-wing stress, and that can cause problems later on.
That's true. That's probably why he went after her first. I think we got a bit confused by the fact it's the Imperial Cath and not the Scum Cath, which is weird. I can't get me. Keep forgetting that's the.
John just beat Duncan.
Okay, so John has just beaten Duncan. So, which the list we started with is the list we finished with. Quite poetic, I think. You know.
And I did say to him, some people lose the first game to come back and get the win.
That you certainly did. You certainly did. So. Yeah, we've got an interesting list. So the next game, I'll just go through it. We've got at least John Bramford in the next game, which he's got 10 at 10, which is 10 num with a pilot skill of 10 because of veteran instincts, with a Mangler cannon, fire control system, so she can get acquire a target after every attack. Big Starklight, or other friendly ships range 1 cannot be targeted by attacks if the attacker could target you instead. Z95, and a Gold Squadron with BTLA, R3A2, and ion cannon, so it can ion you, and with the 8th R3A2 it can take a stress to stress you. That seems to be making waves. It failed in the first round, but I think it's massive comeback for him.
I think he learned to protect his 10 num.
Yes, I think because he must have to come back from that. He must have won a lot of second round. Yes, to come back he must have won a lot of matches. He must have not lost many ships.
He must have won the first round and then lost seconds because 3-1 win.
Yes.
So he was position 8.
Chris is
okay. So yeah.
We're now. They're now bringing the full guns to bear. And Cath will swing out. I think Cath will probably swing around to try and take out Jake this turn. It's not really where he can go to actually be able to get on that side arc.
I'm really fingers crossed on the A-wings being able to destroy Calf.
Yeah, I really want to see the A-wings go through against this 10 at 10 because I think the A-wings would stand a very good chance. John has got a guaranteed crit with that Mangler cannon in the next round, but against that Decimator where we've removed 6 cards from affecting him completely, it's going to be an interesting situation. So here we see the Decimator just swinging round. He's totally out of position, unfortunately. Oh, it's boosting a bit.
Nice to see that boost come into play a little bit.
Yeah.
But it seems the A-wings are now starting to bear down on Cath once again.
Yep.